Hello, my viewers all over the world. Today we decided to move outside the classroom to the farm, and we'll be looking at a very important topic that's very essential to the propagation of plants. And what is this topic? Children, what is this topic?
Pollination!
Again?
Pollination!
Now, before we understand what pollination means, it's very important for us to know one basic thing, that the flower is the reproductive part of the plant. And let's look at the parts of a flower quickly. We have the stamen, which is the male reproductive part of the flower. Then we have the petal, the brightly colored part of the flower that attracts insects. We have the sepal, the stalk, the point of attachment of the flower to the plant. Then we have the ovary, and of course we have the pistil, the female reproductive part of the flower. So what is pollination? Now, inside the stamen we have what we call the what?
Pollen grains!
The what?
Pollen grains!
The pollen grains are very, very tiny, but I've decided to enlarge them, for you to see. These are the pollen grains. What happens during pollination is that the pollinators, just like our butterfly, the pollinators will go to the flower to suck nectar, which is the sweet smelling part of the flower, attracted by the petal. They will now perch on the flower and transfer these pollen grains from the stamen to the pistil of the flower. If this happens on the same plant, we call it self-pollination. But if this happens on a different, look at the butterfly moving, the butterfly is moving, and then the butterfly moves to a different plant and then deposits the pollen grain on the flower of a different plant. We call this cross-pollination. So we have two different kinds of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination takes place when the transfer of the pollen grains from the stamen to the pistil happens on the same flower. But if the pollinator, the butterfly, carries it to a different flower but of the same kind of plants, we call it cross-pollination. Transfer of pollen grains from the stamen to the pistil is what is called pollination. Then when pollination takes place, then fertilization continues until the fruit is formed, the seed is formed, and then the process continues. So the transfer of the pollen grains from the stamen to the pistil is actually what we call pollination. Thank you very much.